Hello and welcome. I am a hotel AI expert with extensive experience in modern hospitality operations and performance support. I'm pleased to welcome all students of Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. We're here to support your professional growth, and today we're diving into a critical topic. You see, opening a new hotel, it seems like it's all about construction and design, right? Bricks, mortar, beautiful interiors. But the real challenge, the one that can make or break a huge project before a single guest even checks in, is actually a complex puzzle of people. Today, we're going to solve that puzzle together.
So here's our game plan. We'll start by setting the scene, the high-stakes world of a pre-opening. Then we'll get right to the heart of the problem, this core conflict of interests. We'll see how one person, the general manager, becomes the absolute linchpin, and we'll unpack their toolkit of diplomatic strategies. And finally, we'll redefine what success in this complex game really, truly looks like.
All right, first things first. You have to understand that managing a hotel pre-opening is as much about navigating people and politics as it is about managing a construction site. It's this incredibly delicate dance of competing priorities long before the welcome mats are even ordered.
And who's sitting right in the middle of this intricate web? The general manager. From day one, they are not just another manager. They are the central hub, the main filter, the guide for absolutely everyone involved. It's a role with immense pressure, for sure, but also one of incredible opportunity.
So where does all this pressure come from? Well, it boils down to a fundamental conflict. Every key stakeholder, the owner, the developer, the brand operator, they all walk onto that construction site with a different set of priorities, a completely different definition of success.
Let's break this down because it's so important. The owner is playing the long game. They're focused on profitability, return on investment, the long-term value of their asset. Then you have the developer. Their world is simple. Get the building built, get it done on time, and get it done on budget, period. And finally, the operator, the brand. They're obsessed with one thing, the guest experience and making sure everything lives up to their brand standards. Now, none of these goals are wrong, but they pull in completely different directions. And that's exactly where the friction starts. And this friction, it can easily turn what looks like a straightforward construction site into a really highly charged political arena. Suddenly, decisions about kitchen layouts or carpet quality aren't just technical choices. They become intense negotiations between powerful, competing agendas.
So how on earth do you manage this built-in conflict? This brings us to the most vital role of the pre-opening general manager. They aren't just a builder or an operator. They are a diplomat, the one person who can bridge all of these divides. And what is their most critical skill? They have to be a translator. They need to become fluent in three totally different languages: the financial language of the owner, the construction language of the developer, and the brand language of the operator. And they have to translate between all three seamlessly. Let me show you how this works. The developer might say, hey, this kitchen layout is way cheaper and faster to build. But the GM translates this for the owner. They don't frame it as a cost saving, they frame it as a future problem, explaining how that cheaper layout will actually create chaos in the kitchen and drive up labor costs for years to come, which of course hurts the owner's long-term ROI. Or here's another one. The operator insists on spending a lot of money on premium, high-speed Wi-Fi to meet brand standards. The GM has to translate this for the owner, not as just another expense, but as a crucial investment that's absolutely essential for attracting today's business travelers, getting those 5-star reviews, and protecting future revenue. You see, this skill of translation is everything. Now, being a great diplomat isn't just about having a certain personality. It's a set of skills and, more importantly, processes. A successful GM uses a whole toolkit of practical strategies to keep everyone aligned and moving in the same direction. So what's in this toolkit? 4 key things. First, you establish crystal clear communication protocols right from the start. Who meets, how often, what gets discussed. Second, you deliver regular, brutally honest progress reports. No surprises. Third, you put a structured process in place for handling change orders, which prevents total chaos when designs need to be tweaked. And finally, the bedrock of it all, you actively work to build professional trust and rapport with every single person involved. And let me be clear, these are not just nice suggestions. These are mission-critical tasks. Failing to use this toolkit to manage these relationships will have very real and very expensive consequences for the project. For example, if a GM loses the trust of the owner, they could suddenly face huge budget cuts right when they need the money most.
Or if they don't have a good working relationship with the contractors, they might find that all those little final fixes on the punch list, they just get ignored, which compromises the quality of the entire hotel.
This all brings us to our final and maybe most important point. We need to redefine what success actually means in a pre-opening. It is so much more than just opening the doors on time.
At the end of the day, the ultimate measure of a general manager's success during this phase is their ability to take all of those competing interests we talked about and align them, get them all pointed toward a single, common goal for the hotel. And that unified goal, it's a win-win-win. It leads to a successful, on-time opening, which makes the developer happy. It creates a profitable, long-term asset, which is exactly what the owner wants. And it delivers a high-quality hotel that's perfectly consistent with the brand, which satisfies the operator. That is the trifecta of a successful pre-opening.
So, as you continue on your professional journey, as you prepare to be the next leaders in this incredible industry, the question I want you to ask yourself is this: which of these diplomatic skills, communication, translation, trust building, which one will you focus on mastering first? Your ability to answer that is going to define your success.